Good afternoon. You are in a moment and to present the date antimicrobial potential of phyllanthus niruri and microdome urundeuva based cream and post ovariectomia was introduction. We are 4,000 millions species of plants in the world. These plants are able medicinized in these active ingredients are antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, and oxidant. This way aims this date to verify the antimicrobial action and influence niruri and microdome urundeuva extracted in vitro in different concentrations and the verify and in vivo antiseptic activity phyllanthus niruri and microdome urundeuva cream. Are and UFERSA, the University Federal Rural Semi-Arid in Brazil, and LAMIV, this Laboratory Microbiology Veterinary, and the Associated Veterinary Hospital. These experiments are authorized and the Ethics Commission. The methodology to prepare of extract are the collection the plants in the first 6 hours and the evaluate identificate the plants. This way and posterior drying, crunch, waiting, and the compressed soak about use the absolute alcohol. Posterior and the 7 2 hours. mm, Posterior filtration with the filter paper and cotton, posterior evaporated rapidly by hot evaporator. Posterior evaporated slow, and the produced cream is ready to test in vitro and vivo. And the susceptibility test in vitro, he used the disco diffusion on the agar millihinton and put 50 microliters in the dish Petri and perforated to put the extract and the posterior put the bacteria in the agar. He used these microorganisms Candida albicans, Escherichia coli, Pantomea agglomerans, Staphylococcus lugdunensis, Staphylococcus aureus, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, Staphylococcus, and Streptococcus. Phyllanthus niruri used and 150, 25, 12.5, and the counterpositive use chlorhexidine and is control negative water. Subsequently, test in microdome urundeuva using liquid and percentile 20, 10, 5, 2.5, and the control positive chlorhexidine and control negative water. They use to find the minimal inhibitory concentration and minimal bacterial and fungicidal concentration. Mm, uh, we do this way. The initial concentration in 100 milligrams for ml in phyllanthus niruri and 20 the Microdome urundeuva. There was several dilution to the experiment. Uh, the minimal bacterial and fungicidal concentration there is done this way. Uh, the plate in the camera pasteur in 37 Celsius uh, put after 24 hours to bacteria and 48 hours to yeast. The concentration there is bacteria or yeast, you are put on the HPCA and the space in the agar. Here there is thousands the bacteria. This way it's the concentration bacterial minimum to bacteria or concentration fungicide minimum to yeast. The methodology to experiment in vivo this way. Um, there was two group. The group has 5 cats, and one group used chlorhexidine, and second group used cream of phyllanthus niruri. A third group used microdome urundeuva 20%. After they finished the group, uh, clinic evaluated and crossed the signs hyperemia, oedema, and the present desecration. Um, all the day for 7 days, you process the sample from chirurgy, and with the swab, you put the swab from abdomen the cats and tube with 2 milliliters, and the posterior put in 1 milliliters in dilution to made the concentration 1, 2, 3. The disease plate you put on the estufa and 37 Celsius and the count bacteria. The statistic were the test and 2K, probably minor 0.05. He used the software SysVar 5.6. Result: efficient antimicrobial action in vitro. Mm, you are presenting the first table on the geometry of aloes formed by phyllanthus niruri in different concentration from bacteria gram-positive and gram-negative using this diffusion technique. We are the principal result is the concentration 100 milligrams for ml and the 50 milligrams for ml. For example, the Pseudomonas aeruginosa, we have 16 milliliters, and when I use it 50 milligrams for milliliters, you have 13. efficiency of microbial action in vitro. When you use the microdon to has this precision result. Concentration when 20% and spherical quality don't don't have a good result, but to Staphylococcus aureus, we have a good result. For example, 25, and you use 10%, we have 22 in the result is in the microgram. This results in efficiency and microbial action in vitro, and the figure show the amount of aloes from the phyllanthus niruri in different concentration in the stomatococcus. You have the several aloes, mas the bear is in use saying 100%. We have geometry of aloes formed of microdon in different concentration and pseudomonas, and this way it's principal bacteria and the resistance in the hospital. This principal result when you use a 20% the microdon urundeuva. The result about in vitro, the minimal inhibitory concentration to several bacteria and the principal results to Staphylococcus aureus when you use phyllanthus. You usually have 25 milligrams per ml, but the concentration bacterial minimum is 50 micrograms per ml. When you use you can the determination the MIC and the CPM or CFM. You can see on the Staphylococcus aeruginosus this concentration inhibitory minimum is when you use 5%, but the concentration bacterial minimum is superior 20%. You can the result about the efficacy in antimicrobial action in vivo. You can the bacterial count related in vitro test in epidermis of felinos and colony form units, according to the droplet microdulation technique. When you use the phyllanthus niruri, in the 5 days we have bacteria, but when you use chlorhexidine, you don't have bacteria. Maybe you can to use a concentration superior 100 milligrams to have a better result. There is a result about action in vivo when you use microdon urundeuva. This situation, we have similar on the phyllanthus niruri, When you have the 6 days, you can uh, present the bacteria. Maybe you use super concentration 20%, you can better result too. About the aspect clinics, um, you don't have cross the sense hyperemia, edema, or secretion when you use phyllanthus niruri. The situation is similar when you use microdome urundeuva 20%. It's not possible to see cross the sense hyperemia, edema, secretion. Here we have the figure and the clinical parameters observed during the hematological treatments before and the feelings during phyllanthus niruri. You don't have secretion, you don't have edema. This green color is aspect in the color of the cream. Here, we have clinical parameters observed during dermatological treatment with the microdome urundeuva 20%. You don't have secretion or edema or epidemia. This way, the conclusion is it was observed that phyllanthus niruri cream and 100 milligrams ml and the microdome urundeuva 20% demonstrated antiseptic efficacy in surgical wounds of felines submitted to ovarysterectomy. Therefore, the cream you can consider it a potential therapeutic alternative, and future research is essential to elucidate possible gaps. There is some reference. Thank you very much.